Good morning YouTube and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be repairing this bottom Nintendo Switch. It's having issues reading game cards, and it actually belongs to a coworker of mine. It's her son's, and they didn't want to upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 because it's really expensive, and they already had this and a couple Switch games. So here I'm going to show you that it throws up an error just saying that it can't read game cards. I did try cleaning it and reconnecting the ribbon cables earlier, but at the time I didn't have my other Nintendo Switch, so I couldn't do the repair at that point. But now that I'm home, I can, and worst case scenario, I just take the game card reader from my Nintendo Switch and put it in this one, and that should fix the problem. Personally, I don't own any physical Nintendo Switch games anymore, so the game card reader not being usable is fine for me, and it saves me time from having to order it on Amazon or eBay or whatever and then waiting for it to come in the mail. And it saves her time too, so in the end, it's a win-win. Also, this video is going to be a time lapse, just because I know that there's other videos out there just like this one with replacing, and they're way better guides. iFixit might have something. I would check there if you're actually looking for a full tutorial. But without further ado, I am going to start the teardown. Alright, so now we have the moment of truth. Here is the game card. We're going to just pop it in real quick after I unlock the Switch, of course. And it shouldn't be throwing up any error messages. It should just recognize the game card. There might ask me to download software or something, but this should be fine. It should still work. And there it is. Okay, so I don't have an error message or anything showing up. I'm going to just try to start the software. And yep, it wants an update, which is fine. I'm not actually going to download it, but obviously it's working now. It's not throwing up any errors, and it is ready to go. One last thing, though, before I finish, is I am going to make sure that the headphone jack works, because both of the components are on the same daughter board. So I am real quick just going to go grab my headphones and plug them into the top and just ensure that the volume works. Okay, now that it's plugged in, I'm going to test it, and yep, I hear all the lock screen sounds, all the menu sounds, and everything is good and ready to go. So now I'm going to unplug the headphones and just reassemble everything. One thing you want to absolutely make sure you do is clean up the thermal paste on the SoC, which is on top of the heatsink whenever you open up devices like this, and even laptops. Make sure you clean it out with isopropyl alcohol and then reapply thermal paste. That way you have cool components and nothing overheats or gets damaged over time. And I am going to really quick just apply the perfect amount of thermal paste on the SoC here. And as you can see, I'm just using the TM30 from Corsair. It's not super expensive, might be a little overkill, but it does the job. I've been using it on my Nintendo Switch, and I'm happy to report that I haven't had any temperature-related issues. And once again, the Nintendo Switch is fully functional, able to read games, and of course the headphone jack works too. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and be sure to subscribe if you like this kind of content. Peace out.